Morning, everybody. My hat's still not where I want it to be. This hat likes to sit off at an angle, and it drives me nuts when I'm looking at myself in the camera. It's like, no, center that damn thing. Well, welcome, everybody. This is an experimental time slot for the stream. And the reason is because we're about to start maining some other stuff, and I've gathered a pretty big community of people who love New Man's Sky, and I like New Man's Sky enough that I would love to keep playing it way beyond its main slot, which I do with games from time to time. So we're going to have this one in rotation over the next 6 months or so, and I'm looking for a place to stick it. Time slot wise, for like a once a week live stream, 3 or 4 hours, and then between that I could do offline stuff and upload guides and my build guides and build journey and everything else. So if you're here this morning early and you're tuning in for the first time, cool. I don't normally stream at this time. This is an experiment slot. And if you're here from yesterday because you heard about this, I really appreciate the support for showing up early. We'll see what we see this morning. We're going to continue on with my freighter journey. I need some more I logged on last night to record a couple videos, and I was going to send out some more. They're not called expeditions; those are the other things. What do you call the missions that you can send your fleet out to do? But I need fuel, so we got to go find some stuff to make fuel today. Normal stream times are 11 a.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch. World of Warcraft: The War Within starts on Thursday. We'll be playing that evening. And then that becomes the main game for a few days. And then Star Wars Outlaws on the 27th, everybody, is going to be the next big one for us. Followed by Space Marine 2. And then Indiana Jones: The Great Circle, which we should be getting release dates. Gamescom has opening night. We're getting Indiana Jones: The Great Circle. God, I got to go check now. I know that one was on there. And I can't remember if can't remember if anything else is on there that I wanted to do. I know Shattered Space DLC is coming soon. We got to get a date on that. Dragon Age Veilguard, Halloween. I don't think I'm going to do the deluxe edition this time, everybody. I might, but I don't really care about cosmetics. I like the art book for Starfield, the digital art book that you get alongside. That was worth it to me. I was like, that's cool to have. Like, you know, that's cool to see. I reviewed that on the channel. I like the artwork. It was really cool the way they did the concept art and everything else inside. What's up, programmist? Yeah, see, that's what I wanted to try, was a different time slot for my European folks. Try to get a blending. We'll see who get people in the US who are woken up for the first time, and then our European friends can get a chance to tune in the afternoon instead of the evening. Well, Morgan says good morning. Ralph says good morning. Good spot for EU traffic. I'm hoping so. That's why I picked Sunday, because in the past, it's been a few years since I've done this, but in the past when my brother and I were doing our gaming communities in the winter times, we would always have Saturdays and Sundays set aside for like European grouping, because he and I both get up really early. This is not normal for most Americans, you know, to have a morning where they get up and have, you know, a lot of free time. But he and I get up like 4 o'clock every morning because he has a ranch. I have my YouTube stuff, and we both have 2-3 hours in the morning where we do stuff, and it's usually sitting, drinking coffee. I'll like answer emails, you know, check comments on YouTube, answer comments on YouTube, that kind of stuff. And then I usually spend about 2.5 hours doing that before I start recording videos. So what he and I will do in the wintertime is we'll rob that spot, just go play on Saturdays and Sundays, really early with people. We haven't done that in a few years. He's been super busy, I've been super busy. But we'll see if Sunday works. I'm interested to see what the turnout is compared to the normal sessions. Because I know we have a pretty good blending of both. But I know a lot of people in the U.S. and North America get up early on Sundays and lounge and do stuff, so we're going to see what we get. All right. Let's talk to this guy. I'm pretty sure he told me I needed 200. Good morning, Ethan. Good morning / afternoon, easy to forget. Yeah, see, this is great. Afternoon from Sweden. And somebody said Germany earlier. Rock on, guys. All right, I'm pretty sure he told me last night when I came in here and checked that I needed fuel. Oh, the tooltip is missing. This one just said fuel required tons, but the number is missing from that equation. I wonder if it's missing from all of them. Yeah, it is. I wonder if I just need to do a reset. Look at that. Fuel required dash tons, but it doesn't say. Earlier it said like 250, I think is what it told me. And I crafted like 200. Yeah, I crafted a 200 tons slot and then was like, I went to go make another one and went, oh shit, I need dehydrogen, which I did not realize I finally ran out of. I had like 10,000 of these at some point and just didn't worry about them for a long time. And we need tritium, so we're going to have to mine some asteroids, but we do have some of that for now. Let's go do the hydrogen, because that we can get to down on the planet. It's plentiful everywhere. Because I want to send another expedition out, because I want expedition... I want those ship parts to build expansions here on my freighter. Sutzer says it depends on how many frigates you send. Oh, well, hang on. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a default number that it was pointing me at. Oops, that's not the right one. Thank you for that tip. I didn't even think about that. God, okay. So if we just send 2 ships, it'll be a lot less. And it shows me the actual number then. Okay. Return. I'll be damned. Well, thank you for that. I did not know that. Okay. Cool. That's a 20-hour expedition. That's fine. I'm going to go work on making more fuel, and then we can send another expedition out later. That's funny because I totally, I recorded a video last night, which I think is going live today at like 10 a.m. on the channel. It's my first 50 hours in No Man's Sky is the title of the video. And in that video I go run around and do a bunch of stuff and talk about things like I always do. One of the things we were doing was the freighters, and I was talking about the fuel thing, and I didn't know how fuel was calculated. Now I do. So thank you so much for that. That was... Schutzenberger over on YouTube said that. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Cyberfreud Funky Lab says, good morning. Why are you up so early? Well, as I told everybody yesterday, and we were talking about at the beginning of the stream today, this is an experiment. We're experimenting with a time slot right now. My normal streams are at 11 a.m. I'm up at 4 a.m. every morning. So, for me, I left my phone somewhere. Now I gotta sit up and look at what time it is on the computer. It's 5:03 a.m. for me right now. I'm gonna go get a second cup of coffee here in a second. I've been having such a good time with No Man's Sky. I want to continue it, but its time as a main game on my channel is coming to an end on Thursday of next week. Servers for War Within won't be up until like 5 or 6 o'clock, so we'll still be doing a No Man's Sky stream during the day on Thursday. But once night hits, the following Friday, which is the 23rd, we're going Into the War Within, and then after that is Star Wars Outlaws, and then Space Marine 2. I play Lotro on Monday nights. I play Warcraft on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I try not to do anything on Tuesdays and Thursdays if I can, to give Chris nights that are completely for her. Fridays, I often will do Minecraft with my brother and my nephew. And then Sundays, I will often do something with my brother and my sister-in-law. Now, we haven't in a few weeks because they were moving to a new place. So a couple months they've been busy getting moved in. But I think we're about to get back to playing. We were playing Grounded together on Sunday nights. There's a few episodes up on the channel of us playing that game together. So I got to try to find somewhere to put No Man's Sky because I still want to keep playing the game. So we're testing a Sunday morning, early morning slot to see how many people tune into this compared to like the 11 a.m. slot. And then that way I can keep having a weekly session where people can tune in and watch No Man's Sky, because I'm having a lot of fun and I've got quite a few people who seem to be enjoying the ride. So I would be stupid not to figure out a way to make that work. Extra stream hours, but hey, if there's enough people tuning in, it makes it worth it. BHD says hello over on Twitch. Good morning. So I'm caffeinated, medicated, and I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee as soon as we land. And we're gonna go harvesting this morning because I need the D. Somebody gotta give me the D. Dehydrogen. I need to go ask Beeblebum where he gets his music from that he listens to when he's streaming, because he's got some really cool music for that he streams with when he plays No Man's Sky. I really like his streams, by the way, guys. I want to say I know he's been busy with stuff. He showed up in quite a few of my early videos, and I really appreciate that because it was nice to have another known entity in the No Man's Sky space, you know, coming in, and it's always cool when that kind of stuff happens. And I actually I don't always follow a ton of channels, but his channel I followed, and I try to tune into his streams a couple times a week. I just find his chill approach is I really appreciate. He was looking for a planet the other day, and that's what inspired me to like, oh shit, I do need to look for an ice planet, like an ice planet with an ocean on it, because he was talking about how much he likes ice planets, and I went, the ones he was exploring, I was like, you're right, that's a cool concept. Let's go ahead and sit down here. Give me some nanites. Let me try some third person this morning. Why not? We're doing new things today. I'll have to get used to it because it's been a while since I played a third person, so I'm a little off with the reticle placement compared to my character. What's up, Richard Gruthoff? Says, awesome to catch your stream. Love your work, mate. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you. Programmer says, small tip try it. You can buy dehydrated jelly and tritium on most pirate stations and refine jelly to hydrogen. Okay. I swear there was somewhere up here. I saw it! Where'd you go? Oh, it's up over here. I might as well just harvest everything. Oops, wrong thing. Because I always need more chromatic metals, so these things, I'm happy to grab these. Also carbon and oxygen. Shit, let's just harvest everything. Primarily we're after the... That joke's gonna go through my head all morning. I'm so immature sometimes. I'm just gonna go get me some tea. I need the tea. And at some point I'm gonna have to go harvest some asteroids for more tritium. Sure, I saw some down over here. Is that cobalt? No, it's silicate powder. Man, it looked weird for a second. I couldn't remember if that was like a resource or something. I was on TikTok this morning making coffee and stuff, and bunch of the Baldur's Gate 3 cast are together doing stuff. And I was like, ah, shit, man. I could squeeze a replay of Baldur's Gate 3 in somewhere later this fall, probably. We might have to see what we could do. It's been about a year. I have serious doubts of when it would happen, but we've got so many dates were pushed back to February. Oh, I need to get away from this Sentinel. Piss off, Sentinel. Hopefully he's only investigating over there. Man, I'm so happy with the upgrades to the jet. Uh-oh, Sentinel. Ah! How religiously is he gonna follow me? No. Alright, let's see if I have enough to make some fuel now. Seba says good morning. It's really early. It is really early. It's just after 5 a.m. my time. Freighter's out of range, so I'm going to need to build one of those chambers I saw, I think, to let me be able to send stuff to the freighter from the planet. Well, poodoo. I shall have to make do with my inventory space. Well, I made at least a 200er. And now I need tritium, so I'm going to have to go mine tritium. I may have some hyperclusters in my inventory. wonder where they're at. They might be in one of my storage units. So I'm pretty sure I had a whole bunch of tritium fragments. Hyperclusters, sorry. The ones that you can expand out. Definitely we should get more of this while we're down here, and then we're gonna go find an asteroid field. Move, critter, move! What's up, Commander Wolf? Still in space for a little bit longer. Right now I wanted to get some fuel together for my freighters, for my frigates or whatever, to send them out on some missions. I was able to send one group out, but I need to send another group. So we're gonna go mine some tritium here in a minute. Did I miss a section over here? God, I love my new jetpack. Guys, it is so cool to be able to like rip around the countryside on a jetpack here. And I kind of get what Starfield was trying to achieve, but I haven't found the jetpacks in Starfield to be this much fun. Not gonna lie. Love that game. But, oh shit, I've got undiscovered something on this planet. Go away, little drone. Oh, speaking of which, I'm about to get sidetracked, guys. I have a quest I need to turn in. I forgot all about it. Hang on. Do I not have silicate? Huh. No, I bet I put the silicate powder in the machine to refine the other day. I haven't done any. All right, let's get sidetracked. Return to the ensign. I forgot about this. I have a extra slot I could pick up from this dude. And then we can keep harvesting. Let's go grab this over here real quick before we go. We can go into space after that. Grab some tritium. Investigate away. Race says, good morning. Alright, get some sleep. Beeble Bum, how do you run in chat? Back to the chill regular program. Dude, we were just talking about you, Beeble Bum. What music are you listening to when you stream? Because I've tuned into a few of your streams now, and I freaking love the music that you're listening to. And I have no idea if you're listening to somebody's like playlist or something. I'm always terrified to listen to stuff from outside of a game because of copyright stuff. But if there's No Man's Sky playlists out there that I could be diving into, I would love a recommendation. Because every time I've tuned into your streams, it's like the music is just freaking vibing, man. Love it. Seba says, I was watching your Lord of the Rings online vids and the game looks awesome. Always wanted to try to play. Maybe it's time. Now would be a good time. I think if you were capable or in a position to spend a $15 subscription, because the new legendary servers are really good, and there's a low level population there, which makes it a good time to be on those servers because you'll find lots of other players if you want to group. The new tech is nice because the old servers, they do lag a little bit. So even if you have a top of the line computer, the old servers, which are 32-bit servers, kind of lag out a bit. So the new servers, the legendary servers, there's one in Europe called Mordor, and there's one in the US called Angmar. And those have been flawless, like perfectly smooth servers, no disconnects, nothing. And because there's a low level population, when you go exploring places and you're new to the game, it's like, oh my god, there's like layers of people here. So we've got, there's a pretty healthy population on those servers. If you've never played it, I would argue that it's kind of like this game in that it has, in that case, 17 years of things you can go do, which can feel overwhelming to new players. But the one thing I will say, every time someone asks me what's my favorite MMORPG of all time, I always say Lord of the Rings Online. Because it's an amazing game, but it's also antiquated. So, like, I can't play it with a controller. It has to be mouse and keyboard. For some people, it's not a big deal. I'm much more of a controller player these days. Peoplebum says it's Epidemic. Okay, I have a subscription to Epidemic like 3 years ago for my other channel. Synthwave stuff. Okay. Alright, thank you for that, Peoplebum. Stream Beats and Stream Tunes. Yeah. No, I'm familiar with Epidemic. I've got an account there for our travel brand. So I could, if I wanted to do that, I could just spin that back up again. Okay, that's really cool. Thank you for that tip. So yeah, Lord of the Rings Online, if you want to try it, I'm doing it on Monday nights. If you want to check out streams, I'll probably do it for this month. We'll see where it goes next month. I've played the game since it launched, so I've already done my time. I do love the game, but I don't have a lot of nostalgia to go back anymore because I love the game, but I've done it a lot over the years. But it's fun. If you like reading, if you need voiceovers, it's going to be a slap in the face because it's a lot of text. And it's tab targeting, and the combat's really slow. And it's your traditional, like, World of Warcraft classic EverQuest 2. No, the map is massive, Seba. Like, every place you've read about in the books, you can go to. They've had 17 years to add zones to that. So the whole map of Middle-earth that you see in The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings books, you can access that entire map. You can access in the Lord of the Rings Online. It's super impressive. And then on top of that, they've added a bunch of stuff from the appendices that are... and they've done their own thing too and added zones in between. Like said, okay, within Mirkwood, there's this little area that we created that's for the game. And it's all seamless. There's no zones. So it's like, you're running around and there's no zoning. So it was very impressive tech when it came out. But it is a great game. If antiquated. If you can accept that it has older graphics, that it controls very slow, then you'll have a lot of fun. Greenmark says, I leave for a little while. Renfail's back. What am I up to now in No Man's Sky? We were hunting for freighter fuel. Super Chan says for third person, there's a mod you can download, makes third person better. Copy that. Puede ser un orco solo en PvP. Y hay un modo de PvP en este juego, pero es what is it called in Lord of the Rings Online? It's PvP versus it's PvP monsters. There's a term for it. Monster play? I think it's monster play. That's the only way you can be an orc, is if you do monster play, which is where the PvP is. British says, I see you're hooked on No Man's Sky. I am having a lot of fun. Just Old Man says, found a severe planet yesterday. Sentinels attack automatically, but high level items. Cool. It won't let links. It won't let links go through Super Chan in either place. So just send me a link on Discord or something. Yeah, it's Monster Play, Homeless Bird. Cool. At least my brain's not completely fried. All right, I gotta find where this guy was. I think he might have been in a different star system. He's in the Rokali Jeter system, so we need to go to a station. Oh, well, since we're here, hold that thought, guys. We are going to mine some tritium while we're here. I wasn't going to worry, that's silver or something. I almost hit it. Everything just despawned. We're going to respawn? Oh, you're just spawning in the freighters, okay. Let's wait for our little mining buddy to show up. Alright, now we're barely moving. Mine a little bit of this for the fuel, make another round of fuel, and then something I haven't done, which I think I'm going to do for the first time here in a minute. We've never jumped with our freighter, so I think rather than use the teleporter to go back, which I totally can do, I've got a full warp drive of fuel in the freighter. I think I want to try a freighter warp. Never done that before. Yeah, I've been told that they can jump a lot farther than your normal ship. When I started looking at how much travel I was doing for the Atlas quest, I was like, you know what? I just need to get my base set up because I kept having to do all these jumps back. Not jumps, but I kept having to teleport back to my home base to do things for like the Overseer and everything else. And so a lot of people started suggesting, just set up your base on the ship, set up your base on the ship, and I kept putting it off. And then once I ran the expedition, I was like, oh, okay, I really need to set up my ship. So that's our priority right now. I got my exosuit upgraded yesterday, did some stuff with my multi-tool, got a new ship going, got my Viper ship upgraded to where I can fly it around now. And now I've just been going out and I got access to the frigates. We sent frigates out on a mission yesterday for the first time. I hired a wingman yesterday. And so today was hang on, scanning around here. Today was sending out new expeditions. They're not called expeditions. What the hell are they called? Where can I put you? We too close to planet? Yep, too close to a planet. Still too close to a planet. How far out do I gotta get? Still no. Alright. There we went. Ah.
Warning. Threat detected. Hostile ships approaching.
You guys can piss off. I'm jumping into my thing. Greenmark says... I feel like mine should be a little bit different. You could hire up to 4 ships. Yeah. Found that yesterday. Tom Sirius says, if you don't feel like dealing with the pirate battles, freighter jumps don't get into pirate battles. Nice. Ferris asks over on Twitch, I wonder if Hello Games will ever do a planetary reset in order to give planets multiple biomes, like what they had planned for Light for Fire. If I had to guess, that'll be a hard no. Because the core aspect of this game is that every planet is different. And if you suddenly add multiple biomes to every planet, you've now made all the planets essentially the same. And you've taken away what gives people a reason to go explore in No Man's Sky. It makes sense if it's a single planet, because that's it. One place, yeah. I gotta make some more fuel. Let's put this into the freighter inventory. I need to make another 200 tonner. And let's launch another they are called expeditions. Okay. So it's that was what was confusing to me, is these are also called expeditions, kind of like the expedition that I just did. So I've got them out on that one. Let's do another one. A Voyage of Discovery. Neither one of these are explorer vessels, so I don't know how these ones will fare. I need to get some explorer vessels because I don't have any yet. I have 2 frigates and 2 it's 2 frigates, 1 mining vessel, and 1 industrial vessel. I think. Like a trading vessel. Launch the expedition. Alright, so we have 2 expeditions en route now. I think both of them are like 20 hours. What's up, Howie? Alright, I need more coffee. I'll be right back, guys. Alright. Looking forward to the office revamp. We're going to be doing that soon, unless something crops up. Knock on wood, I think we're good to go. I think we decided we're going to do a couple portions first. Excuse me. We got to get, there's a block, so it's a block wall that separates the dining area from the kitchen. We never use the dining area. It's a storage room. So we're gonna close that wall off. There's just like a 1 meter by half meter opening where you're supposed to pass food, and we're gonna close that up. We got to get 2 circuit breakers installed, which means I got to get electrical run from the box. We got to get an air conditioner installed, a mini split, and I got to get a door put on it. Once we do all that, we'll be doing that in stages. I think we're starting next month on that. But that'll probably be a couple of months. I think it's gonna probably take to get that done. It depends on when we can get the carpenter in too, because last time when we hired the carpenter, it took him like 6 weeks to even have an opening, because it's a local guy from the church that Chris goes to, and they he's done a bunch of stuff for us. He put the door on this office. He installed all of our mosquito netting frames and everything for the windows. So anyway, we're gonna be working on that. So at some point, I'll be ditching the green screen, and I'm gonna go to back to having some sort of a desk area. Get my Legos up there and some books. We'll see. Soon-ish. Cool to see it in low orbit. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Programmer says trade gives you more money in industrial as well as balance, better chance for modules and upgrades. Industrial? Oh, well, I'm definitely after modules and upgrades. Okay, well, that's a good tip, programmers. Thank you. Okay. So we've got these. I liked the debrief. I did that last night. I've got a video coming out later today about my first 50 hours in the game. And I came in and did a debrief in one of those. It was my first debrief. It was really cool. I like this component of the game. Like, I think this is a lot of fun. I definitely am going to be going for somebody told me that I think it was 30. You could have 30 ships in your fleet or something. I'm gonna get them all. Like, this part of the game. I like fleet management. Like, from a high level. Like, all right, let's survey my empire. I'm gonna get sidetracked for 2 seconds. If you have not watched the following show, I highly recommend that you go watch the following show. Even if you've read the books, it's a lot different from the books. I like the books. I think the show is way better for me personally. Not everyone agrees. Foundation. It's on Apple Plus, or Apple, whatever their subscription service is. Foundation is an amazing sci-fi show. And one of the things I love about it is how badass the Empire's fleet is. It is terrifyingly cool the way they do the space battles in that game, and in the show. And the special effects have been absolutely phenomenal. Lee Pace as the main Emperor has just been killing it. It's a great show, but I like the fleet aspect of that. And I was flying around last night, and I was lamenting the fact that because I don't like the way the ships control in EVE Online, I've never been able to get into EVE Online that deep. I've had moments where I've dipped my toes in, but I don't like the way it's an old game, right? And so the way the ships control is very different. It's a shame, but I am, I love that aspect of it. I remember like when I first played, I think it was Wing Commander 3, when you had Mark Hamill and Jonathan Davies and Malcolm McDowell was in it, and I remember playing that one on the PlayStation and just being like enthralled with, like, you're doing the briefings before every mission, then you do the mission, then you come back, you do the debrief, and then you go off and like talk to NPCs and like do the camp thing. And I'm like looking back at how that game did it in like the 90s, and I'm like, holy shit, how groundbreaking was that? Because it's a formula, and it had been done in other areas too, but it's a formula that everyone has used since then in terms of like the camp system, and you have a central hub. But the thing I really love about the briefing was the briefing and debriefing. I always like that aspect of games. I haven't. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if when a mission doesn't go to plan, like Farfuffle says. Sniffer says when you buy frigates, whatever the class, the lower the missions has completed, the better, as they have the limit to upgrade class. Whatever class, the lower the missions is completed, the better, as they have a limit to upgrade class. And you only get upgrades through running missions. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, I'll do a Nexus mission at some point. I also have stayed away from the space station missions, and I'm gonna have to start doing those because I need to start getting nanites and stuff. And I want to start specifically looking for freighter parts. This is like my main mission right now, is to flesh this freighter out. Let's go harvest all this stuff in here. Did that harvest everything in the room? No, it only harvested those plants. Okay, those are done. Alright, now we can go turn in that quest to get my bits and pieces. But we're going to jump with the fleet, because I've never jumped with the fleet before. I think the mission is still tracked. I should probably check. Return to Ensign Assamp. Yes, Assamp. God, it feels really weird playing third person. Oh, he's a long way away. Holy shiznizzle. Maybe I don't want to jump that far. He's completely... Oh my goodness. That's a lot of jumps. That's a lot of jumps, guys. Yeah, freighter modules. A lot of people have said they're hard to find, Seba, so I'll probably be wanting to streamline that process soonish. I may go check the space station to find a mission, because that, honestly, I am just going to use this. I am just going to warp back because I do want the extra slot. I'm not willing to spend that much fuel to go do it. So we're going to go just grab that, come back, and then I think we'll run some missions from the space station. I got to go back into first person, guys. This drive, at least on this ship, the planet wasn't so bad, but that's throwing me off in my ship. Salvaged frigate models are a pain to find, says Sunsen. I've been told they're not easy. That'll be a long-term thing. I'll probably have to have mini goals in between, so that I'm looking for them as I go along. Whoa, what are these? I've never seen spiked asteroids. Platinum. What? I do vaguely remember doing this one point now that they're platinum. And I remember somebody telling me it was a really hard to find thing. Oh, do the lasers give out at a certain distance? Looks like they both do. Is that one just super resilient? What the heck? Are there others? Looks like there are. Since I took the time to jump around 100 systems, get a lot of the missions to go through, and just went from system to system teleporting to find missions. That's not a bad idea either, just to check my... So here's a question about missions, because I've never done them before. Do they send you... Are all the missions within the solar system that you find them within? So like I could jump to a system, go to the space station, find missions at that space station, do them in that solar system, do 2-3 missions, and then jump to the next one? Or do they also have you go to other solar systems? Missions frequently take you out of the system. Okay. Alright. Is platinum really hard to find, guys? I don't know how much time I should spend on mining these this morning, just as a curiosity. Congratulations, you have now completed 0.02% of the game. Dude, the video I recorded last night for this morning, I almost hit that one. Um, it's the video that's out later today, the 50 hours video. I was marveling at the fact that I've never had a game ever where at 50 hours in, I'm still learning like things to do, and the game is still like teaching me tutorials on things. While I was recording the video, it was like I was just exploring and getting sidetracked like I always do, and ended up finding 2 additional like tutorial things to do things that I had never done before. And I'm like, this game is overwhelmingly vast. And I can kind of see now, like, I can kind of understand what the fanatics of Star Citizen are looking at. I'm not a fanatic of Star Citizen. I did back the Kickstarter. I think that they are way beyond the scope of the Kickstarter now. I'm okay with that. I'm a sit and wait kind of person. I'm happy to just, if it comes out in 10 years, it comes out in 10 years. I do not care when. I will play it. But I did jump in the other day, and I'm like, oh, I could see foundation layers now. And if they can pull that off, it's essentially this, but at a higher resolution with some, you know, it's a different art style and everything else. And at higher fidelity, there's differences, right? But I can kind of start to see it now that I'm starting to get the bigger picture here with this game. Yeah. Programmer says it's good to have platinum in stock for repairing frigates. Oh, Greedmark says, I find platinum and asteroids that look like 3 rock balls. Okay. Yeah, these were spikes, and I was like, I don't know that I've seen these, but I do remember gathering platinum before. Somewhere. So I don't know if it was just, maybe it was a different looking asteroid, but these spiky things, definitely platinum. There definitely seems to be like a proximity thing with the lasers, where like the closer you are, the less lasers it takes to blow those up. Alright, space station. Let's go get our exosuit slot, and then we will, or whatever it was. I don't remember if it was exosuit or multi-tool. But we do have a free slot from that guy for the quest we did. Everybody who's tuning in this morning, welcome, welcome. This is a test slot for No Man's Sky to see what the audience is like on an early Sunday morning, because it's early for me, which I'm usually up at this time anyway. It's 5:45 a.m. where I live. If we have enough of a turnout, and this looks like it's going to be a good thing, then I think on Sundays moving forward, this may become a permanent No Man's Sky slot for the foreseeable future. So if you're here tuning in from the normal streams, which happen in a few hours, I appreciate you being here at a different time slot. We're just testing the waters here, and if I get a good enough turnout, we'll be back again next week with more of the same. Well, for you guys, it's, yeah, for a lot of Europeans, it's afternoon. Normally I play early morning, early afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, which is evenings for Europeans. Because starting Friday of next week, I just took off. I hit the wrong one. Starting Friday of next week, we're moving the main slot to other things. So, I still want to keep doing No Man's Sky, so we're looking for that. Stop shooting at the space station. You're going to get yourself attacked. I'm a pro at hitting wrong buttons this morning. And if you're new here, welcome aboard. The normal stream is at 11 a.m. Central, which is in like 5 hours. And we will be doing a normal stream today. We'll do this for a few hours, and then I'm going to take a break, go for a walk, get some breakfast, take a shower probably, and then come back and do the normal stream at 11 a.m. and completely lose my voice today. It's for a worthy cause. Space stations. Do I have to look for the icon, or is it gonna tell? I'm gonna have to look for the icon. I think it's this one, because it has that wave symbol. I think that's the right one. It's gonna be Friday, Lucard. The World of Warcraft War Within goes live at like 5 or 6 p.m. my time on Thursday night. So the Thursday slot will still be... The Thursday morning slot will still be No Man's Sky. And then that night I will play World of Warcraft. And then the Friday morning slot, which is the 23rd, will then become War Within. And then it becomes Star Wars Outlaws and Space Marine 2, and etc. I'll get a schedule up on YouTube soon. I'll put it up on all the socials as well, so stay tuned for that, everybody. So Twitter, X, in the Discord, I'll have a schedule thing out. We got a lot of ground to cover over the next few days. Rock Holly Geeter system. Okay, I am in the right place. Sounds like I need to go re-up my Epidemic Sound subscription based on what Beeblebum told me earlier. Anybody who's new, welcome aboard. I am multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so you can watch in both places. Last night's World of Warcraft guild meeting was posted late last night, so if you want to take a look at that, it's up on the YouTube playlist. If you play World of Warcraft and you want to come join us, we're on the Moonguard server. Our guild's really excited. The War Within is going to be a lot of fun. And we got a nice community that's been building. Some of the people are long terms. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I think Maduros has been around for 6 years or so. Known him. Kel, 4 or 5 years. Babylonia, 4 or 5 years. I think Listelia has been around for 6 or 8 years, maybe even, from Lord of the Rings Online. We've got some people who've been around for a while. Liam, I've known Liam now for Hemvar from Liam's Lyceum. If you love book stuff, he's got a booktube channel, Liam's Lyceum. I promote him sometimes in Discord if you need a link. But he does booktube stuff, and he started off with a big Forgotten Realms blog because he was reading every book in the Forgotten Realms series. He bought T-shirts from me in 2014. I think he's the longest community member that we have that I can remember. Him and his brother bought T-shirts to the MMORPG all the way back, like before we ever did anything, before we had a company. We put out some T-shirts to like raise a few $100s to like pay for websites or something, I think. And him and his brother bought T-shirts along with a lot of my friends and family. So he's been around since 2014. That's 10 years now I've known that guy, through gaming and everything else. It's pretty cool. It's one of the reasons I've always loved online gaming, MMORPGs, is because you can, I know some old school people don't believe in it, but you can have meaningful friendships with people online. I've met a lot of these folks in real life as well. There is a weird parasocial dynamic that goes on between being a content creator, streamer, and people who are followers and stuff, but it's also fun to do meetups and like go to conferences. Like, I've been getting the bug to go to a conference again. I have not been. I think the last conference I was at was when was the last Austin Game Conference? 2017? I think that was the last conference we went to, and then the last conference I spoke at with my wife was 2017, October in Ireland. We were in Killarney. Hang on, I just heard a noise. Cats being cats. Somebody was trying to... We have a screen door, and somebody was jumping up at the screen door, and it rattled the frame. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, who's coming in? Who's trying to come into my house? Anyway. Last conference I attended was the Austin Game Conference. I'm pretty sure it was like September, August, or something of 2017. And then we followed that up in October. We were in Ireland for a month working with the tourism board. That was the last big contract we did before we shut our travel brand down. And I've been watching the Dune Awakening team, the Funcom team, make the rounds at all the conferences over the last 6-8 months, and then Larian Studios doing the same with the Victory Walk for Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, I think I would like to get back into the conference circuit. It's been a while. The channel's getting big enough, I think we could probably start applying for speaking gigs. You never know. I haven't done a gig in a while. Nanites. I'm getting better about exploring these buildings now. I used to just ignore them, and I'm learning slowly. Alright, here you go, buddy. Give me my multi-tool slot. Multi-tool expansion slot. Let's hand in the mission. Very cool. I didn't know, so I need to start paying attention to these little missions when I come across them. Now, do I add that up at the space station, I'm assuming? Because I think it like probably gave it to me in my inventory. Unless it was an automatic one. Well, let's put that in the starship. Oh, there it is, right there. Multi-tool expansion slot. Go to the space station. Well, off we go to the space station. We'll do that, and then we can grab some missions, too. Looks like I need to... Well, we'll do that later. I don't want to get too sidetracked. I guess we could... Well, I'll check that in a minute. Don't get sidetracked. Yeah, what was I doing today, Sniffer? Like, it's a horrible thing if I keep getting sidetracked every time I play this game. Alright, I need a space station. Is it over there? I saw the icon there for a second. Get some distance. What am I looking for? Is it overlapping? I think it might be overlap. Yeah, there it is. It totally is overlapping the anomaly. I was like, I can't see it. Am I up early or late? This is the experimental stream emulator, so it's my. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day to the alarm, but today I decided to start a stream. Usually I have a premiere that goes live at 5 a.m. my time. That's the first premiere of the day. It's usually the first video that goes out every single day. So instead of doing that as a premiere, I chose to do an experimental stream slot today. I'll do my video recording later in the day, just to see what kind of an audience we would get for an experimental stream playing No Man's Sky, because if this works out and I get enough of an audience and it looks like it's going to be a thing, I'll try it again next Sunday, and if that looks like it's going to hold steady, this will probably become a No Man's Sky like permanent slot for the next few months while I continue to have my adventures and do the things that I want to do in this game.
Technology recharge.
But we'll still be back at the normal time later as well. But I'll take a break in between. I'll need breakfast and go for a walk. Actually, I could probably go for a run today. Probably should go for a run today. I think it was 2 days ago when I went last for a day. I went for a run. I'm thinking so, Sniffer. I'm thinking Sundays is going to be good for my European audience because it's going to be middle of the afternoon. People have free time. Which one of these guys was the multi-tool? Your exocraft. That's spaceships. Is it this dude? Ooh, hello. Hello, my dear. You look like a Halo rifle. Aw, it's only a Class C. Boo. She is a sexy looking gun, though. I like that a lot. Oh. I don't... The one I'm using right now, I don't mind. But it's definitely not my favorite. It's like... Is this going to be the same as the other one? Yeah, they're both the same. That's weird. Usually they're different, aren't they? Alright. Let's do this. Augment. Holy shit, 110. Hang on a minute. That's crazy. Is that really the price? $120 million units? 50,000 nanites? Holy crap! That's sort of terrifying. Multi-tool slots can be found in crashed and derelict freighter loot. Sounds to me like I need to start paying attention to the freighter loot. What I don't remember is where I get missions here. Like, if I want to do a mission to see if they have, like... I know somebody on this place gives missions, because I found them during the tutorial and I never did any. I want to do... See, I want to see if there's any missions for frigate parts, freighter parts. Offer a gift. I know I have lots of these things to give away. It's downstairs? Okay, check that out here in a second. I'm going to give away all these faction items. Sergeant Defcon says something random about the music subject earlier. You should look up how the music works in the game. It's kind of like developers' other bit of magic that makes the game so special. Okay. I saw someone speak to that. It was like some sort of procedural music, which I found fascinating. Mission agent. Here we go. Well, hang on, before I talk to this guy, I know who you're talking about. I'm gonna go check him. Thank you, Pharaoh. This guy is who you're talking about? The scrap dealer? So are you saying sometimes they might have things here? Acquire coordinates is what you want? What would the coordinates do? I don't see any anyway, but I would have to hail. I think I need to hail him. A purchase of coordinates from him unlocks the weekly free derelict beacon from Helios on the anomaly. For derelict freighters. Alright, well that'll be interesting to have. I'm not ready to do that right now, but it's good to know where that is. I'm not ready to do those yet. But that's good to know that that's what that starts. Okay. Alright. Thank you guys. Let's see what you have as... I don't think I've ever done... That's the main way to get freighter upgrades? Alright, good to know. Looks like I may have to test the waters in that soon. These give me standings, and you can see in advance... Can you see in advance what the rewards are for these? Yeah, right here. Salvaged frigate module. It's in red. Why is it in red? I require level 8 with the Mercenaries Guild. So I would need to run more missions to get faction before I could do that. That's really cool though. So, okay. So, well, I need nanites more than anything else. So why not do this? Kill sentinels. Okay. Let's just start with one for now. Like I think I've turned in all the faction items I can. Copy that, emulator. Alright, we are looking for... Any more planets? I don't see you. Okay, what do we got here? Sodium. I don't see any sentinels here. We may need to jump to another system to find some sentinels. Well, if that's the case, let's just go jump through the portal. Nexus missions, occasionally nice rewards. Also on the weekends there's a mission for a big chunk of Quicksilver. Okay. That's a lot of Quicksilver. Well, if that's the case, I didn't know about that. Let's go do that real quick. I don't have a problem doing that. Let's do the weekend mission, at the very least. If it's something I can do. Because literally we sent the guys out on a freighter mission, so it's going to be a day before they get back. Right now I'm just looking to prioritize how to get frigate parts. But it sounds like, you know, some Quicksilver's not a bad thing either. Because that's my number one mission is get my freighter decked out so we can start jumping and finishing main storyline. And be looking for an ice planet to find the ocean. Am I looking for the guy in the middle here? Because I remember talking to him at one point and there was missions there. Welcome to Twitch. Thanks for the follow, Temecula. Nexus. How do I know? Never mind. Oh, Jesus. Of course, I've never collected a storm crystal. So, um, I need a hazmat glove, correct? I do have a hazmat glove. If I remember correctly, someone told me it needs to be during an extreme storm on a planet. That sounds extremely specific. Um, I'm debating in my mind if I want to attempt that or not. Because you have to wait for storms. I don't know. It'll take you there? Okay, never mind. So what's... It says collect... This one says collect 20 storm crystals, and then over here it says collect 12 living pearls? So why does it have two different... One says products, one says collect... Okay, never mind. I'm herping and derping. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I'll be right back. I need coffee. They can bug out sometimes. Okay. Yeah, before it said storm crystals, and then I clicked on it. It said living pearl. Oh, you can have up to 4 people, but you can start it by yourself, right? It just said performing them on your own is not recommended. So I need to reach the target planet, but I do have a target now. Is it in this system? Or do I have to go to another system? Oh, return to your ship and leave the space anomaly. Crew may be warped to the mission location. So I just sit in place for 1 minute, 10 seconds, and it ports me? Yeah, I've got 2 different office chairs, Super Chan. They're both destroyed by my cats. I also have a third one, which is this high, because I made myself a standing desk, so I have a draft chair is what they're called. So I have one of these really tall ones right here that I can also sit in. I haven't used this one in a while. There's a reason for that. If you're a new user, you don't know this, but about, I would say maybe it would have been end of April. No. Somewhere in May, something like that. It was shortly after Pippin had to go to the vet for her stomach surgery, or for her abdomen accident. I was trying to get to her because I thought she was getting her wound soaked in dirty water outside, and I ran outside, got my feet wet, ran back inside, slipped, fell, pulled a muscle in my leg, pulled the tendon, the nerves, and everything. I haven't used this chair in a while, because I'm still having some residual issues, which are probably going to take 6 to 8 months to go away. Of when I sit down, I will still have some nerve pinching going on, and it makes my leg numb. So I have not been using that chair because that chair exacerbates the problem. It makes it worse. So I haven't used that one in a while. It's become a bed. This is the bed for. It's got a towel on it. This is where Pippin and Smeagol sleep most of the time when they're in here. Frodo a lot as well. But I do have, I prefer office chairs. I don't like the high-backed things. The big reason also is because I have cats, and they're always in here, and they just destroy everything. So there's no point in spending a bunch of money on a gamer chair. The timer abandons the mission. Okay, that's good to know. Yes, so I have... You can't see it, and I'm not going to be able to roll back far enough. Maybe I can. Do you see these right here? These are cushioned arms, and this is how I sit. And I play just like this. I'm not going to, because I'm corded in right now, but I sit playing just like this. It's super comfortable. It's perfect arm, everything is right here. And when I'm pushed up at the desk, you know, the keyboard's right here and everything else, so it works pretty good. And then sometimes, like a lot of times when I'm recording videos, I'll do the stand-up stuff. So I just port to the top webcam and I just stand up and I work up there. But yeah, it was rough. It was not fun. Falling was not fun. It made me go, shit, I'm getting old. The recovery time was not quick like it was the first time. Or like it was 20 years ago. It was bad enough that I used the wheelchair's assistance service at the airport when I traveled up in June. I've never used that before, and those people did an amazing job. Yeah, I get yelled at all the time, Super Chan, because I do things fast, and I often, because of that reason, Um, am often... Is this a landing platform? I've had a lot of stupid accidents happen because of me just being in a hurry. So like a couple years back, 3 years back, before we moved, I broke my nose. I was going out. There's a little balcony we had in our place in the city, and I was coming back out, and there was like literally the corner of the wall. I turned left, but I was in a hurry because Chris was watching a show, and I just wanted to shut the door really quick. So I ran to the balcony, turned around to run back, and smacked my nose right against the edge where the two, the edge of the wall, the corner. I just smacked my nose in the right place, just right here on the left side, and just went wonk, and like put a visible dent in my nose right here, and had to run to the hospital, at like 7:30 at night or something. That was 3 years ago. I fell like 4 or 5 months ago, whatever that was. And then last year, I tore the tendon in my finger. I was outside with the machete cutting grass, and I went too far when I did one of the swings, and I felt it go pop, and it just popped the tendon out and everything, and that was 6 months of my mouse finger being completely toast, and that hurt. That was like, oh no. The nerve, the leg, the pinched nerve in the leg has been, or the pulled nerve, um, and everything. That's been really annoying. This has by far been the worst I've ever had in terms of like debilitating and long term. Just, ugh. I've broken bones. I grew up on a ranch dairy farm. I've broken lots of stuff, and it is what it is, But as you get older, you don't recover as quick, man. What am I looking for? Living pearls. Activate a target sweep for armored clams. I need to...
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
I didn't install the special jetpacks for water. Was Chris able to finish watching your show? I'm pretty sure we finished the next day. Split up to search your flow. Oh, it's just me. So there's a whole bunch. All right. How do if I remember correctly, these things are like combat. If I remember correctly, you open it. No, I guess you just harvest them. Okay, so I got 2 living pearls. So I just need to look for more of those. Okay. I thought these ones had to be like attacked or something. Back injuries, Humiliator says, back injuries make you realize how much movements you have nothing to do with your back. Use your back. Yeah, when I went into the hospital like I think 5 times after the fall, they did 2 rounds of X-rays on my back because they were like, if you're having these things, we need to check, that you didn't break your pelvis and stuff with your back and stuff. So they checked a lot of things. Okay, that was okay. Gotta be quick on the draw with those. Okay. 279. That's close enough, right there. Yeah, that was the other thing they looked for. So they did 2 rounds of X-rays on my lower back and pelvis region, and then they did an ultrasound of my leg and groin area because they were like, well, maybe you've got a hernia and that's other stuff. And then the finale was I went to go see it. We had one of the heads of trauma came in and looked at it and was like, all right, you've got pulled this, that, and the other, and you're gonna need lots of bed rest. And if you really want to narrow it down, we can send you to the city. We can do an MRI, CT scan, and do physical therapy. So I just went, let's just do the physical therapy because I don't have time to go to the city right now. And if it's just to confirm everything, I was like, I'll just, because we live in the middle of nowhere, so some stuff you got to go 3 hours away to get done. Ah, this keeps reloading rather than grab the pearl. That's really annoying. The automatic reload is the. All right. Nope. See, it did it again because I have to be just on the pearl. Anyway, so I had a private chiropractor who's come to the house. I think 5 or 6 times. Physical therapy sessions, and then getting back into running has been the hardest. Like my morning walks and runs and things, that's been tricky. Definitely not running my 5 kilometers anytime soon. Mining laser's better? Why is the mining laser better, guys? Yeah, I bet that was a hell of a recovery process, Super Chan. Abdominal and inguinal hernia. That's the one they were thinking that I might have had, was an inguinal hernia. Oh, no reloading. Makes sense. Oh, but it shot me back a ways. Is that because of the recoil on that thing? What are those critters? Let's go over here. Yeah, so I don't recommend falling in your doorway, guys. I literally ran in the house with wet feet and hit the floor, and my feet went whoop, and my legs did the split, and I went backwards while holding a cat. I never dropped the cat. Pippa never hit the ground, but I hit the ground. And my wife was not happy with me at all. She had to, God bless Chris. She had to do a lot for about 6 weeks in terms of getting me around to the hospitals and doctors and taking care of all the cats in the homestead on her own while I was laid up in bed. The good thing is my job doesn't necessarily require me to be mobile, so take a muscle relaxer and a painkiller, get in your chair, put your leg up, suck it up, buttercup. I think the worst I ever did was I almost gave myself a hernia when I was younger. This is when I was still working construction. I was probably 25, might have been 26. If you've never worked construction, so every crew has a job box, which usually at least in my time, it was a big giant metal box that's like 2 meters long by 1 meter tall and wide and deep, and everybody puts their tools in there. Well, empty, that thing still weighs quite a bit, and we were at the end of a job, and I was getting yelled at by the general contractor. Not really yelled at, but like, hey, get your job box, we got other crews moving in, you need to get that out of the way, etc. And I was like, I know, we're on our way out. And I couldn't get any of the guys we worked with. We're all off in different places, and I wasn't going to be able to get any help for like an hour and a half. So I just manhandled that bitch up into the back of the truck, and I could not walk for a week. After that, I literally the next day I rolled out of bed to go take a pee, and I fell on my floor, and I had like a miniature panic attack because the pain was so strong. And I went to the doctor, and I had, you know, pulled some stuff. It was not a good day. 2 more, everybody, is what we need. There's another one on the... Oh, there's 2 more on the back side of this thing. Well, we only need 2. It's time for war wounds, everybody. Get yours in while it's hot. Hot topic, hot topic. What's your war wounds? Tell us your war wounds.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Alright, now it says we need to... deliver it to a supply depot. Is that pretty close? Looks like it might be up on the island. Lift your back! Learned some valuable lessons that day. Oh, I bet we're gonna want to go in orbit for this one. We're up to 90 people between YouTube and Twitch, guys. That's a pretty good morning turnout. It's looking like this might be a thing. We'll be doing it again next Sunday. And if this looks like we're going to have a similar turnout on Sundays, then we'll definitely be making this a No Man's Sky permanent slot. Everybody who's here this morning, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, thanks so much for tuning in. This is the experimental Sunday slot to see if this becomes a thing in the future. Based on the results I'm seeing this morning, it would be a firm yes, but we'll do another weekend or 2 to just confirm. Approximate location. Is there going to be like a building I need to look for, or is it just going to be like a box? Let's blow ourselves up with some trees. Let's check it out. I got 2 landing pads. Well, one it looks like it was that one. It's a trading post turn-in, okay. Super Biscotta said, woke up, was making some breakfast, saw you were streaming early. Indeed. Farrah says, assembling kitchen, I once fell and power drilled. Oh, no fucking way, bro. Oh. Dude. That's brutal. And so if you're not, this is over on Twitch, guys. Farrah said, one time while assembling a kitchen, I once fell and power drilled a perfectly round hole in my stomach. Took away the skin and the fat, left the muscle wall. That's a good one. That is a good one. One of the guys I was subcontracting for one time, I'd only been working for him for like 4 months. He was a really cool guy, older gentleman. His son was a couple years younger than me. We were having lunch break, and he comes in and he's got like, he'd ripped his flannel like in strips and had it wrapped around, and there was just blood. He's like, hey. I'm like, man, what happened? He's like, well, I need your help putting this back together before I, think I might have to go to the hospital. And I'm like, okay. And he unwraps it, and he was cutting wire mesh, and it caught him like as it fell or something, and just like a 3-inch cut right in his arm, and it was so deep, like the fat had come out, and it was just, I was like, dude, I can't fix that. I was like, we're going to the doc. I literally pushed him in the truck, and we went, and the hospital was like 3 minutes down the road. We were working right around the corner for the hospital, so he was able to get in right up. That one, Like, I looked at it and went, oh yeah, that's nuh-uh. Let's go to the emergency room. I grew up on a dairy farm. We've talked about horror stories before in the past. I've seen some gnarly stuff working. I worked with a vet one summer, and then I grew up working cows and castrating cows and cutting horns off and vaccinating, and we had to have. I've seen some. You grow up with animals doing animal husbandry, you see some shit. Probably won't do that this morning. Gross everybody out. Nature is a horrible place unless you're human. And even if you're human, nature can still be a horrible place. Everything wants to eat you, kill you, break you down for food. This must be Polo's secure lockbox. Deliver item success. Return to the Nexus to clear your board. I can't go straight back from here. Oh, there's bases all over the place. Oh, you mean like specifically around this place? Can you do that? Hold that thought, guys. Can you add to like an existing... Like if I find one of these trade outposts, I could add to this? Like, do the pieces snap? Hold that thought. No fucking... Well, it's somebody else's base. So do I have to manually try to figure out, or do they automatically snap if I wanted to connect to this? Does it treat it like other buildable parts? They don't snap, says Hermulator. Okay. So someone would have to take the time to manually connect everything. Still, that's impressive to think about. Because like you could, I'm just brainstorming here, but like, let's say you wanted to have like an apartment at the trade station. You could literally just build yourself an apartment that matches the style of the space station, attached to the back with a stairwell going down. And it's like, you're the dude who rents the one bedroom on top of the casino, on top of the cantina in that backwater town. That's very Wild West right there. That's a very Wild West idea. Super Pescado says, I built mine into a village so it looks like people are walking around. Dude, that's fucking awesome. Easy to Forget says, I built a pub and hotel at one. Really cool stuff, guys. Through testing says, fell in stairs with blood expansion inside the kneecap. Ooh, no bike for 3 weeks. That's gnarly. Lesson learned, watch where you step when using stairs. Lentil says no snapping, but you can be precise. Okay. Lentil says I'm at the age now where people just say he had a fall. That's how my wife's been joking with me recently. Have I met the Medusa? No. Sorry guys, I'm catching up on YouTube chat. It wasn't coming through Streamlabs. I'm just getting caught up with it. I just refreshed it over here, so hopefully we'll clear the issue. Oh, pneumatic doors. That's not good. Yeah, that's a tricky one, Super Pescado. So I haven't found a workaround yet. So YouTube by default has a different latency set than Twitch, and in order to match the latency on Twitch, I would have to manually go in and change it. But you can't manually change it after a stream has gone live. You have to do it before a stream has gone live. So you have to manually launch the stream from YouTube. Because I multi-stream, I use Streamlabs to launch both streams at the same time. I have a pro license, that's how it's set up. And it doesn't let me set the YouTube latency from within Streamlabs. It just pushes it live at the default settings. So I can't change the latency on YouTube. So yeah, there's a different latency. YouTube's like 10-15 seconds behind, I think. It sucks. I don't know that there's a way to tell it to always go, and maybe there is, and I just never looked into it, but you can't manually change it once it's gone live. You have to do it from the beginning. Complete mission. New item, Nip Nip Buds. So do any of these give ship parts? Nope. Alright, let's go back to the space station because I want to do some missions because I need to. It looks like I need to earn some faction with the Mercenary Guild. Somebody says don't save Quicksilver before. Alright, hang on. Let me go back and check that really quick, because I hadn't even thought to check the Quicksilver guy. He didn't have anything I wanted the other day, but I only had a few hundred, so... What's up, Lord of the Apes? I've got 2,700 now. They're illegal for Sentinel scans? Okay, base building parts, gestures, appearances. Oh, I don't quite have enough for a cape. We're getting there. Oh, here we go, guys. This is what I saw last night. I didn't know that you could change your freighter exhaust until I was at the freighter exhaust, and it showed me that I have two options, and I can buy more here. Yeah, I did. That was my first weekend mission. Stealth Starship exhaust trail. Giving it a distinct black tint. Oh, that sounds fucking awesome. I don't use third person though, is the thing, but that sounds cool. If I used third person, I would probably have that be a thing. These give boosts. You need both bobbleheads and 2 ship trails. Huh. Twitch drops. Somebody says, Hemulator says they give a quest in your log that rewards a cape. Really? I haven't ever looked. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know what all my quests are. Exploration guide. Industrial survey. Someone says under Rebel Star. Well, okay, but it doesn't tell you that it rewards a cape. Like, it just... Okay. Let's go back to the space station. I want to check missions, because it looks like I need to earn some faction. Did I claim Expedition Awards? I think I did the other day. Someone said, hang on, I gotta scroll up. Someone said something that I might have missed the Minotaur body. Maybe, I don't know. Did I forget to claim the Minotaur body? I'm pretty sure I claimed all my rewards when I finished the expedition the other day. Alright, space station, where art thou? Tom Sneary says under Rebel Moon rewards a hood, a cape, and a cape cam from the expedition. Oh, the cape came from the expedition. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, I really like this ship. It's only a Class C. I don't care. I definitely moved it over as my day-to-day vessel because I just think it looks a lot cooler than my Explorer. Give me a mission, Mr. Mercenary, because I apparently need to get to level 8. So we're gonna do some mission grinding, I guess, at the moment. Larval core, scan minerals, scan kill 8. I'm gonna go for the kill 8 sentinels. Did I already have this one? I already have it and just forgot I had it in my inventory. Left cycles through. Okay. I need to go to the log. This one. I need to look for Sentinel Planet. I am at it early this morning, Marcus. This is the experiment stream. Petrified Planet. Yeah, I don't think there was a Sentinel Planet in this system, if I remember correctly. Can't remember. This one has high Sentinel. That one has high Sentinel. So there are a couple of Sentinels. That one has aggressive. We're looking for Unicerum Etchi. New Oklahoma. So it's on the other side of that. Possibly. Yeah, because over here I've got... That was the Nuka Delta, which is here. Yeah, it's on the other side. I definitely need to go to the other side of this planet. It looks like there is a high Sentinel on the other end. Just over the horizon. Yeah, the far side of the planet, I think. There it is, right there. That's not the one, though. That's still not the one that has aggressive. Where's the one that has aggressive? That is Prete, which is to the left. So somewhere over here should be the other one. Yes, aggressive, that's it. Did it have rings? I didn't pay attention to the thought it had rings. Lord of the Apes says, comes to missions, kill sentinels, kill creatures, and feed creatures can be done anywhere, anytime. Okay, cool. Which way is left in space? I need to go check when the next season of Foundation's coming, actually. Probably next year. I think they're doing 1, if not 2 more seasons. See any great big landmass at the moment. These are like island chains. Still, there's something over here. And there's a structure over there. What is that? Something underwater? Oh, right away? Alright, I need to build myself a tunnel. Alright. Give myself a better... That kind of hurt myself a little bit. You gotta be careful with those. We gotta do 8 of these. God, the reload on this is kind of annoying sometimes. Just need one more. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. I know they're after me. I know they're after me. Oh, hang on. I gotta... No, that's definitely it.